Hello everybody, this is a Hall of Fame film from the European server. We're in Malinovka Standard mode West Spawn, the map and spawn that produces the most entries into the Hall of Fame because you get to play it like you're about to see. There are 2 artillery apiece, 2 scouts on the enemy team, 3 scouts on Sebastianpotachka's team. He's teamed up with Baldric and his Chaffee and me and my Leopard. I have started to play a couple scout tanks over in Europe just to play with some of the scout drivers over there. We're having fun playing together. In this case, I don't have any skills or anything on my tank. It's barely eluded. And I get the draw on the right-hand side of the spawn, so I'm not going to do too much this battle. But Sebastian gets the left-hand side. He gets to go up to the good spotting bushes. He gets all the glory this game. Otherwise, teams are pretty evenly split. He's already told the team he's going to be providing the spots and asking them to snipe. Gets a lot of early spots. They have a lot of people moving up towards the hill. Several of them won't make it. They've lost 2 heavies already. That alone tips the scales in our favor. Besides the fact we have the best spotting positions right now, and their Leopard's kind of trapped. He can't really pull up the spot without getting wasted. So we have a huge scouting advantage on him right now and damage advantage. There's the 64 over by the Leopard. He's going to get knocked back. '64 knows what's going to happen if he stays there, so he's retreating. Leopard's still hanging out, hoping he can help. It's amazing how often that can happen. You see a tank, just as you call attention to it and try to focus fire on it, it disappears. The Leopard finally pays the price for sitting there not moving while he's spotted. Artillery takes him out. We have 1 heavy up on the hill. KV-2's slowly going that way. E-25's going up. Once they get to the top, we should be able to start attacking. Churchill GC's moving up beside Sebastian. Doing this a little bit early. There's still an awful lot of tanks over there, and he's not going to see them before they see him. I don't predict a good outcome for this. Even worse, the dude's sitting out in the open trying to shoot with 2 already in the game. Predictably, he dies. Fight is way closer than it should have been given our early start. Sebastian's trying to get the Artie to shoot the 152. He hits him, but he doesn't kill him. There we go. With him gone, Sebastian's gonna move. Cut across the lake. 3002 has no idea he's coming in from this direction. The Cromwell up on the hill's a problem.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked. Target acquired. Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is destroyed.
Knocks off the SU-8. Now there's a 2-tank lead. E-25 challenging the Cromwell, but he has no help.
Ready to fire. Target unlocked.
The 2-tank lead has disappeared. He has good eyes on the Cromwell as he moves to the south. Once he goes behind the bushes so it won't give him away, he thinks it won't give him away, he fires. I'm not certain the Cromwell spotted him. I think another tank spotted him. Probably the Dickermax, looking at where he is. SU-100 wasn't trying to cap, he was simply moving across cap to try to fight, and he dies. So now it's Sebastian and 2 Artie against a light, an Artie, a medium, and a TD. had noticed that our Tiger 44 is Tiger 44 is in his M40 is having a heck of a game. He has 6 kills already with his artillery. So Sebastian's going to retreat and set up the spot for his arty on defense. Also, he'll be back there in case the 64 comes in or somebody tries to attack the arty. He'll be back there to try to help him out. And here comes the 64. Gets the 64, but not before he takes out the guy with 6 kills. So now it's 2 on 3. Everybody was over in this area before. It's just a matter of figuring out which way they're going to move and how they're going to attack. So he has to pick out a location that's going to give him the widest view possible, and right there's the Cromwell. He can take a shot from the Cromwell and still kick his butt, so he's going straight after him, holds his last shots, gets in close, gets the kill, moves to the left to put terrain between the Dicker Max and himself so he can reload in safety. And now you just hope the M40 doesn't get in a lucky shot on him. Weaves around. The arty shot was way off because he made a hard turn and the arty didn't know that.
Permission to engage. Southwest. Enemy armor is damaged.
Ducks behind the building. He's going to probably move to the left, I'm guessing. I don't know. He may just wait for the guy to come forward. Here he goes, going to move out. There's the Dicker Max. There's a building in between them, so they can't fire at each other. Arties can fire though. Does any arty hit? Just waiting for the Dicker Max to move. He finally pulls forward. Dicker Max guessed that he would be going around to the right. He knows he's spotted, randomly takes a shot, which was stupid, and dies. Randomly shooting, all that means is you're telling the other guy, hey, run in quick now because I can't defend myself. That was silly. Now it's just a matter of locating the arty. There he is. It wasn't hard at all.
Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy is hit.
So he stops to shoot, and now he's going to try to chase him down, get closer to him while he reloads.
Permission to engage. Enemy armor is hit.
Doesn't quite kill him. The armor, it looks like he's going to go die. He's crazy. He could have turned around and taken a shot. If he gets that shot, then all he has to do is beat the other arty. This is just total failure on his part. Wow, he had it. Okay, he had it. He actually had a chance to win that game. Sebastian didn't have anything left to shoot with at him. He could have spun around, and if he kills Sebastian, game on. But he just gave up. Don't ever do that. Especially when you actually have a chance to win. Don't drown yourself. Play it out. See what happens. Maybe you get lucky on your shot against the VK. You go on and win the game. Become a hero. All he did was become wet. For the game, Sebastian gets 1,477. 4 kills. He had 60 of 80. 108. Wow, let's start that over. He had 60 of 108 shooting, that's 55%, and he got 3,771 spotting damage. 12 spots, earned 59,252 credits. XP-wise, 2,441. Survived the fight, got a patrol duty and scout medal. Also got fighter, spotter, fire for effect, and bruiser mini medals, and that gives him a score, 2,511 battle score. Puts him into first place on the VK 1602 list. And I'll just give you a hint. The next entry he submits beats this score by about 51 points. So there's even bigger and better coming. But for now, this battle's in first place. He moved up to the spotting bush in F4. Had a ton of spots. And even though that parlayed into a 2-tank lead and a big damage lead, the enemy team was able to survive the initial onslaught and keep the fight even throughout, and it ended up being a close battle. He stayed there until eventually the artillery took out the Su-152 that was down here, and then he started pulling forward, went across the pond, and started spotting for his team over there. But he was falling behind. And it got to the point where, even though it was 4-4, 2 of his tanks were arties, so tank-wise they were behind. He realized, I need to get back and help my arty defend. Fortunately, just as their Type 64 arrived on scene, he showed up and limited their losses to only 1 artillery. And then was able to track down the last couple tanks, and we saw the arty just drown himself and give up when he shouldn't have. So it's another classic Malinovka match. When you go Mali, go passive. Once you hit your spots have played themselves out, if there's no danger, then you move on, move upfield, continue to passive and shoot as whatever the situation warrants. And as long as you have support, most of the time you're going to win the fight. Now, they aren't always as close as this one, and every once in a while you'll lose one because your team doesn't support you well. But normally, if you play well, you spot well, your team shoots well, and then you analyze the situation and pick the correct place to advance to, your team will cruise on to victory. And you may not get a Hall of Fame score, but you're going to have a pretty healthy XP and credit haul. From Malinovka Standard Mode, West Spawn, the queen of the passive maps. Happy hunting.